Hello and welcome to another one video. Why there is leap day, blame the Earth's orbit around the sun. If we define a year as the time it takes for the Earth to make one circle around the sun, a not unreasonable definition, we have to start counting the days somewhere. Following the astronomers and the sailors, we would start counting one day at noon. Following the Jewish peoples and those around them, we would start one day at sundown. Following the Romans, we would start one day at midnight. Using our best instruments, in the case of the ancients, their eyes, we would just count days until the Earth returned to the spot in its orbit when we started counting. Astronomers, sailors, Jews, Magi, Babylonian, Mayans, and Romans all were upset because they assumed that they had made a mistake. The Earth didn't get back to its starting point in any complete number of days. It seemed to be late by almost a quarter day. So the counters tried again, more careful this time. Rats, again they were off. And again, time after time, careful measure after careful measure, no one could get the Earth back to the point in its orbit which they had used for the starting point in an even number of days. It seems that the Earth's orbit is just not going to ever equal a number of full days. A full day was defined as the time it took for the Earth to make one complete turn on its axis, again a not unreasonable definition. No matter how people tried, the day just didn't match up with the year. Fine, early people said, let's just ignore the difference. We'll just pretend they match up. This works out in a single lifetime. True, April 1st begins to come earlier in the year, but over a span of 80 years, one could ignore this. Over 2 or 3 generations, however, April 1st falls where March 1st used to be. Then it falls where February 1st used to be. Then the spring planting month falls in the middle of a howling winter snowstorm. Back to the drawing board. By the time of the Egyptians, the Etruscans, and the Romans, the calendar makers, the priests, knew that they had to deal with the facts and not the pretense. There were not an even number of days in a year. There were 364 and 1/4 days in a year. Actually, it wasn't even exactly 1/4. It was close, but not exact. So, how to get that 1/4 day into each year? You can't. Who is going to try to figure out a quarter day on a calendar? Pretend that the dawn is 6 hours early? Huh? Still, 4 times 1/4 day makes an entire day. Entire days are easy. Just add an extra day every 4 years. Dawn stays at sun up and dusk is around the same time as the day before. No, sorry, one cannot just make each day a minute or two longer so that the longer day will fill up that extra quarter. In one person's lifetime, fine. In a few generations, however, dawn on April 1st starts coming an hour early. In a few more lifetimes, dawn shows up at midnight. That isn't going to work any better than April falling in winter. Darn orbit just isn't even. The only way to keep the year lined up with reality was